few minutes ago. Come on. Go over there and sit over there. Go over there. Like you're here now. We're gonna do for your respect on the left. Everyone's sit.
Those are our chimpanzees. They do know what time it is. If you can hear that bell ringing, and if you see some people on the other side of that habitat, those are the zookeepers that take such good care of our chimpanzees. You guys are here at a really fun time because 12:30 every day at our zoo is chimpanzee lunchtime. So you guys in for a special treat. The chimps know what time it is, and they're making those noises to alert everyone else in the group. Hey guys, it's time for lunch. Come on over. So what's going to happen at this time is I'm going to stay down here and be talking about our chimps and answering your questions at the end. And during this time, our keepers are going to be up on that gray wall, tossing down some fruits and vegetables for our chimpanzees to have their lunch. Looks like a lot of our troop here is coming out from the inside habitat to come join the rest of their group for lunchtime today. Very good. Let's see 50 or more. Oh, good time to pause. That is Vindi and her little baby girl. So your seat is up here too, so we've got another mama. I did say we have 17 in total. We do have 3 infant babies right now. 3 little babies, ages ranging from 5 months to 8 months. So right here, the one that's kind of facing forward on that log, the mama's name is Vindi. Hi Vindi, she kind of has pink lips. That's her easiest identifier. You can tell it's her by her lighter colored lips. Vindi is a first-time mama, so that's really exciting to see her with her baby. This is her first little one, and she's being a really great mom. And her little baby is a baby girl, no name yet. However, it is a little female, so that's Vindi and her baby girl. That baby's about 7 months old right now. Very good. Yeah, welcome to our chimp chat. Like I said, you guys, I'm going to give you some information on our months old, and the oldest one in our group, her name is Regina. If I do see Regina, I'll clean her out. Her most notable feature is that it looks like she's got a little bit of a receding hairline. Her hairline's a little bit further back. I think it makes her look gorgeous. Regina is our oldest member of the group at currently 42 years old. So our age ranges go from 5 months to 42 years old. Very good. Oh, we've got one of our mamas got her snacks and is headed back this way. Very good. Good job, you guys. Anyway, chimpanzees do live in these big social groups in the wild. There can be 50 or more members in one community. We do call a group of chimpanzees a troop. Oh, here comes our last mama. Oh, I'm sorry, I mislabeled earlier. This looks like Yoshi coming out here. Very good. Good job. We have all 3 of our mamas and babies out right now. Very good. In these hierarchies and in these communities, there is quite a difference in who does what role in the group. So like I said, it's a hierarchy. Think of it like a big pyramid. At the top of that pyramid is always going to be an alpha male. Here our alpha male, if I see him, I'll point him out. His name is Glenn. Glenn's most notable feature is that he does kind of have a salt and pepper beard. So his beard's kind of white and salt and pepper kind of gray. Glenn is very handsome. The alpha member of the group isn't necessarily always the oldest, biggest, or strongest member of the group. He's kind of the most well-liked. So he's the most popular guy in the crowd. So he's the one that all the girls love and all the boys want to be like. So in fact, underneath that alpha position, there can be more senior members of the group. There is not necessarily an alpha female, but some more higher ranking females. Then there are maybe the hunters and gatherers in the group, and then usually at the bottom are our juveniles, our youngsters are kind of at the bottom. In fact, we do have 3 12-year-old boys right now that are kind of trying to raise the ranks. So they're kind of at that point in their life where they're hitting puberty and they're not quite a little kid anymore, but they're not also quite a big, strong chimp yet. So we're seeing those changing dynamics. So generally, the way he likes to rule things is that he keeps everyone nice and calm. Sometimes we can see a little bit more aggression and dominance behavior with chimpanzees. But Glenn here is a very sweet leader. Let's see, does this line come around more? That might be Shaun. I'll try to point out individuals as we go through. Good job. One thing I always like to clarify over here is that very sweetly people will come over and be like, look at the monkeys, how cute are the monkeys? But guess what? This isn't a monkey. You go, what? Of course that's a monkey. I've seen monkeys in books and movies and TV, right? But guess what? So we can call this animal a chimpanzee, obviously. We can call it a primate. A primate is kind of the big umbrella term we can use for this type of animal. But underneath primate, there are monkeys and there are apes. And there's a couple differences between a monkey and an ape. There is a big size difference. Apes are going to be much larger physically. Monkeys are going to be a little bit smaller. But there is one body part that a monkey has that these guys don't. I'm going to demonstrate, and you're all going to say it out loud because you're a smart audience. It wiggles behind them like this. What body part is this? Very good job, you guys. So if you look at our chimps, I don't see any tails. Do you see any tails? Michelle saying no. They don't have tails. Very good observation. So apes are larger primates that don't have tails. And a monkey is a smaller primate that will have a tail. So that's how you can identify whether it's an ape or a monkey. And since they are larger primates without a tail, these guys are great apes. The more you know. There are 4 types of great apes in the world. We actually have 3 out of the 4 right here in our zoo. We have chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans you might have already seen today. The last of the 4 great apes is bonobos. You can see them down at the San Diego Zoo. So there are 4 great apes in the world. Great apes tend to be one of our closest living relatives. They share about 98% of our same DNA. The stuff that makes you up on the inside, I always say that we're pretty much like their cousins, but very good, you guys. You can tell a lot of similarities and differences between us and great apes as well. I like looking at their faces for one. First of all, do we have ears that are shaped like a giraffe or an elephant or even a cat or dog? Not quite, but our ears look a lot similar to chimpanzees, huh? Some of the facial features are also similar, but most importantly, those hands. Think again, does a giraffe have hands? Does an elephant have hands? Or a cat or a dog have hands? Not quite, but these digits on our hands that are able to use tools and manipulate objects, make them one of our closest living relatives as well. We do notice that when they come through their habitat here, they do walk a little differently than we do. In fact, here right in the front, this is Regina. This is our oldest female. Hi, Regina, sweet girl. She's grabbing some snacks along the way. But you notice as she's maneuvering through her habitat, she doesn't walk bipedally, like on 2 feet like we do upright, do they? Sometimes they can for a short amount of time. We can see sometimes the alpha will stand up on 2 feet, kind of wave his arms back and forth to show his how tall and big and strong he is. However, generally we see that they get around their habitat by knuckle walking. So they're going to use those long front arms to get around on the fronts of their hands. You can make a fist like this, and if you put that on the ground, it's a little harder for us. Very good. It's a little easier for them though, because again, based on their body shape, their back legs are a little shorter, their front arms are a little bit longer. So for them, it's a little easier to get around that way. If you also look at their back feet, instead of our toes that all point forward, hopefully all of your toes are going the right way, their toes are kind of like our hands, where most of their toes are going forward, but the thumb, that big toe, is on the side, getting around their different habitats. Yeah, if you had a thumb on your foot, you'd probably be a really good climber too. So some good similarities and differences. Very good. It looks like most of our chimps have grabbed their snacks and taken them to go today. But we'll see where they end up going. At this point, I'm going to keep talking about chimps, but if anyone has any questions, you can start raising your hands, and I can start getting around to questions. Who has a more peachy tone, skin tone? This is one of our juvenile boys, and as they age, they do get a richer, deeper complexion that's going to turn a little darker with age. So I can tell it's one of our juvenile boys right away because he has that lighter skin. Kind of silly. This one is a male that is in front of us that we're seeing right here. If he comes closer, maybe we'll be able to tell. But his backside's pretty much covered and looks like the rest of his body, where there's a lot more hair and it kind of just curls over. However, if you do see a chimpanzee that has a backside that looks a little swollen and a little pinkish, don't worry, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. That is just a female. So the females have the backsides that kind of protrude. That's a way that they can indicate to the males that they're cycling, and depending on where they are in their cycle, their backside might be more extended or less depending on where they're at.
Right there, how it is.
Look at a giraffe. Oh, he's right there. Look at him.
What?
He's on top. There's a waterfall.
Run away.
Is this the chimpanzee from Lion King? Isn't there a chimpanzee from Lion King?
Hey, look at the giraffe.